Ooh, not like, where did it go? Potential dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm. Well, someone else has opened that because it wasn't me. What is going on? Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a new in drugstore makeup video. I went to Superdrug and Boots and Wilko in the UK, which stocks Essence. Actually, the thing that I got in Essence is for a video of products that you guys recommended me. I'm just waiting for one more order to arrive and then I'll be filming that video. But today, I'm going to be showing you and testing a load of new drugstore new in makeup bits. Some of these things I've seen people talk about online and others I haven't seen anyone talk about, but I just thought that they looked interesting and I wanted to try them. It is a beautiful sunny blue sky day outside and my hoodie kind of matches that. I think we should just get into it. Oh, there's somebody on a plane in the sun. I want to go with them. So the first thing is a primer. This is the Radiance Perfector, the Rose Radiance Perfector by Pixi. I know this is technically cheating because I wouldn't count Pixi as a drugstore brand because it's definitely more expensive than drugstore prices. But I've seen other people refer to Pixi as a drugstore brand. This is £14, so it's sort of like top end drugstore. This one was actually gifted to me and I got a package of some more of their rose bits, but I thought that this looked really interesting because it's like a pink glowy gel. Rose infused complexion enhancer creates a soft focused glow to give skin an even radiant finish. Use solo or under makeup. So let's see what this does. Hopefully it doesn't just turn me pink. It smells nice. It smells rosy. Oh wow, okay, it's definitely adding a lot of glow, which is kind of what I was expecting. Is my lighting too bright? Do I need to turn down the brightness? Yeah, let me just turn down the brightness a bit. Oh, I don't know if that's now too dark. Oh, I'll be able to fix it in editing, hopefully. It has made my skin very glowy. This is the type of product that I probably would have hated when my skin was super oily, but now that my skin's a little bit more dry, I think I actually really like that. It doesn't really look like I've got anything on my skin. Like, there's no, like, shimmer particles in it or anything. Not that I can see, anyway. I think I really like that. It feels nice. It doesn't feel too greasy. It feels like a little bit tacky almost, but nothing like what I usually go for. But I really like how it's made my skin look. The next thing is the Rimmel Kind and Free Moisturizing Skin Tint Foundation. They had a whole section where they had this, they had a concealer and they had a powder, so I decided to get all three because I've seen a couple people do ads for this on TikTok and I got the shade Vanilla 160, but I love the sound of a moisturizing skin tint foundation. That's kind of what I tend to go for. Okay, it feels thicker than I was expecting for something that's like a skin tint. My spidey senses are telling me to apply this with a brush because it is a skin tint, and a lot of the time, I find that beauty blenders tend to sort of suck up a lot more of skin tint type products. Oh, it's a good match with my neck. Alright. That is blending so nicely. And it's definitely got some coverage. I did have some spots around here and it's covered them mostly. I might have to test this as a dupe for one of my other sort of skin tints because this is giving me very similar vibes to some of my other more high-end skin tint products. So far, I really like this. It just blended so easily. It's not streaky, it's not gone patchy, it's not clung to any dry patches. It's literally just like skimmed over the dryness that I sort of have around here. I look so radiant. So I got the concealer version, which is the Kind and Free concealer, and I got the shade 010 Fair, which I think was the lightest one. I also got this, which is called the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer. I have never seen anyone talk about this, but it says it's a full coverage concealer. I got the shade Ivory, and it looked to me kind of like Tarte Shape Tape sort of vibes, and the L'Oreal concealer that I really, really love. It's like a similar sort of, you know, style of thing to that with the big doe foot, full coverage. Let's try, oh god, I can't get this open. My hands are too slippery. Oh my god, I actually can't open it. Jesus Christ! Okay, there we go. So I think this concealer is supposed to be more of like a hydrating, glowy style concealer. So let's try it on this side. Not really sure what I'm gonna think of this. Oh, that is really light actually. I find it so hard to tell in like Superdrug and Boots lighting what shade I'm gonna need because under their lights all the shades just look the same. It actually feels like I've just put nothing under my eye. There definitely is a difference. I can see a difference from the other side. It's not full coverage though, which I wasn't expecting it to be, but it's really thin. Like, look at my under eye. Does it look like I've got caked concealer on? Well, it blended really easily and it feels like I've literally got nothing on. It feels so sort of like lightweight. When I look at the ingredients, the number one ingredient in this is actually water. So it's a water-based concealer. Let me just try and see if I can layer a little bit more. You know what I think I'll probably really like this for? I've said this so many times. There are some days where I don't like to wear a full coverage concealer if I'm going for like a no makeup kind of look. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll really like this because it feels like nothing. But if you're a full coverage kind of person, then you might prefer something like this. Let's give this one a go. Don't know if this is going to be too much, but we'll see. Oh yeah, this one's definitely got more coverage. I think, does it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that one's definitely got more coverage. That's also really nice. Blended really easily. Doesn't feel too thick, but it's definitely thicker than the other one. Let's see how it sort of does on blemishes and around my nose and stuff. And I'm gonna put a bit under the other eye just so that they match a bit better. Rimmel is a brand where I used to love a lot of their skin products, like their powder, their OG powder. What was it? Like the Stay Matte powder. I used to use that all the time. I used to really like their foundations and like their lip liners and stuff. And I think my first ever brow pencil was a Rimmel one. In the past few years, I'm not gonna lie, there's not really been much from Rimmel that I've been like, wow, that's an exciting launch, you know? Which might sound harsh, but it's the truth. But I've gotta say, I'm really impressed by these skin products. I really like them. And it's done a pretty good job on my blemishes, I've gotta say. I think my skin looks really nice. Okay, well, I'm going to be using all of those products again. Cream products. I got so many. There's a lot that are in my products that you guys recommended video, but the ones that no one had really recommended, but I just sort of wanted to test. Actually, you know what? Someone did actually recommend this one, Collection Gorgeous Glow Stick. The one thing that I did notice about a lot of drugstore brands in terms of their cream products, the majority of them, if they had a contour stick, it was just like one shade of contour stick. But one contour shade, like this is not gonna work for everyone. So that was something that I noticed sort of like consistently throughout the majority of drugstore brands. And also as well, I know that some brands have got different shade ranges of stuff, but they don't have all of the shades in store, which is really odd. If you've got 10 shades of something, why have you only got like 3 shades in store? That doesn't make any sense to me. So a lot of drugstore brands need to really do better on that. So Collection, if you're watching this video, actually wait, let's see if I like it first. It might suck. Before I ask them to make more shades of it, maybe let's just see if I actually like it. So this is obviously a contour stick. It looks quite purpley toned, like it's quite a cool toned colour. Yeah, why does it look purple on my cheek? Blend it out. Is this just their previous contour stick repackaged? Because I feel like it's a very similar colour to the one that they used to have that was sort of like a giant chubby pencil thing. It is... I was gonna say, like, it is there, you can just about see it, but it's just not very pigmented. That is such a shame. I feel like it's just sort of blended into nothing. Let's see what it's like on my nose. Yeah, that's worked nicely on my nose, but the rest of my face is just not like, where did it go? What a damn shame. Oh, but wait, there's something else I want to try. I was going to save this for another video, but you know what? Let me go get it and we'll try it now. This was from Beauty Bay and it's the Be Perfect contour stick. It's £12, I think it was around like £12.95 maybe, because that other one disappeared. Let's try this one. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I've literally just been browsing for contour sticks trying to find a good one, and I got the shade Caramel. The swatches were kind of difficult to tell online. It looks promising. Bit of an odd shape though, like why is it triangular? I mean, I guess it makes it slightly easier for the nose because I can do like straight lines. Okay, let's see, please be more pigmented. This actually comes out lighter on the skin than I thought it would. It looked quite sort of like dark and orange in the stick. Ooh. Well, it seems to be blending pretty easily. I think I quite like it. I think. They did have quite a few shades of this one. I don't know. Again, has it blended out a bit too much? I'm not sure. As in, like, can you still see it? Yeah, I think so. I think I quite like that. I definitely continue to use it. Cream blush. I got these two, and I did, like I said, I did get more, but they're coming in a different video. I got the Maybelline Cheek Heat Sheer Gel Cream Blush, and I got the shade Nude Burn. Again, they only had 2 shades in store. And then I also got this, which was a bit of a risk. It was from Gosh, and they're the Lumi Drops in the shade Peach. I saw this, and I thought, could this be a potential dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm? I don't know, it just looked promising. So we'll give both of these a try. Let's try the Maybelline Cheek Heat first. Well, someone else has opened that because it wasn't me. I've got no idea how pigmented this is, so I'm just going to squeeze a little bit out onto my cheek. Well, not only did the colour almost entirely disappear, I don't know how well you can see, it's sort of lifted off my foundation underneath a little bit. You can see a little bit of colour, but it mostly just disappeared. Shall I try blending it in with my fingers instead of a brush? That might work better. Although I don't want to have to use my fingers to blend something in. Oh my god, yeah, look, do you see what I mean? It doesn't really... Okay, no, it's even worse. What is going on? Why is it doing that? What is going on here? It's all just sort of balling up. Okay, no. And then I use my brush and then it just completely takes it off, as well as my makeup underneath. Nope, I hate that. I really hate that. I really don't like it. Oh, now it's just gone all patchy. That gets a strong no. Let's try the Gosh one and hope that this can fix it. I know this is technically a highlighter, but it looks like a blushy shade. If anything, this might be more like a... Use my fingers. Okay, definitely not a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's more of a liquid highlighter, but again, it's sort of taking off my makeup underneath it. Oh guys, what a fail. I'm so disappointed in that. It's a good job I've got a backup plan. As that didn't work, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use one of the cream blushes that you guys had recommended to me. There was this one, which is the NYX Sweet Cheeks cheek tint, and there was also the Revolution, like the #1 thing that I had people recommending was the Revolution Dewy Cheek drops or whatever they're called. So I will save that one for the video of the products that you guys recommended. You did also, a lot of you, recommend this one, and I got the shade Baby Doll. I wish that NYX had done this with the sort of like sponge applicator, like their lip, that weird lip product with the spongy applicator. Ooh, oh my gosh, this is a really pretty colour. I was gonna get the shade, I think it was called like Coralista or something, but it was out of stock. But somebody had actually specifically said that they liked the shade Baby Doll. Oh my god, yes! Some pigment! Ooh! Oh my god, okay, yes. So the colour is definitely more pink than what I would normally go for. I'd obviously usually go for something a little bit more peach, but I actually really like that. I think it looks really pretty. And thank god it's just blended out nicely with a good amount of pigment. I really like that. Let's just go over it with my sponge. Annoyingly, this cheek still looks a bit patchy because of like the missing foundation underneath it from where I put those two other blushes. For powder, I've got these two. I've got the Rimmel Kind and Free powder, and I got the shade Fair. They did have a good few shades of this. It looks kind of just like their Stay Matte powder, but we will definitely try that. I also got this, which is the XX Revolution Glow Fix Luminous Loose Setting Powder, and I got the shade Luster because I recently saw a girl on TikTok talk about the Jaclyn Hill glowy powder, and she used that for like a wedding day makeup, and I did actually just declutter mine, but I've still got it, so just in case this is a dupe of it, I could take it back out of my stash. Oh, okay, I thought it was like a loose powder where you unscrew the lid, but it's got like a little powder puff, has a nice big mirror. That is not what I was expecting at all. It's got like a little net, and then you, I guess, dip the powder puff in there. I'm a bit scared because to me, this just looks almost like a highlighter. I'm actually going to try them both under my eyes. This might be a crazy idea, but I saw this girl on TikTok using a glowy powder under her eyes. Let's do the Rimmel powder. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's added extra coverage, but it's definitely set my under eyes. Oh, my cheeks do look really patchy, don't they? I don't actually know how well you can see that, but that's not bad. Can't say it's made my under eyes look particularly smooth, but it's also not made them look particularly bad. It's just like fine. Let's use this tiny little powder puff to do the Revolution one. Okay. Oh my god, okay, that was a mistake. It's literally like a highlighter. Wow. Yeah, don't do that. I guess because this is the area where I normally get the most oily anyway, that was probably a terrible idea. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel one and try and fix it. Can I take away some of that shininess? I am going to try it on the rest of my face though. Let's take a little bit of this glowy powder and try it sort of like on my forehead. Oh my god, yeah. It's kind of just like a highlighter. I couldn't use this as a powder Like, if I put it on my cheeks, can you see it's giving me glow? Oh, come on, that's not a powder. It looks very smooth, but that's a highlighter. Is it supposed to? It does say setting powder. Interesting. Let's try and tone down some of that. I've got this little palette from Revolution, which is part of their Planet Revolution collection. And this is the Ocean palette, which looks like this. I do like the idea of this kind of thing. Obviously, like, I love how you can recycle the packaging once you're done with it and everything. And it's supposed to be like a cleaner makeup line. I just wish that the whole brand did stuff like that, but I guess it's a step in the right direction. Oh my god, that's like a straight up eyeshadow almost, or like deep highlighter. I'm just gonna use my Kiko one. What I am gonna do is use the blushy shade as blush. Whoa, I'm a bit scared. My whole face is just so glowy. I don't even really feel like I need more of this, but I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the highlighter anyway. Well, those products are really nice. Like, they're very glowy, but I'm now just extra glowy. Eyebrows. I have got two things. I have got the NYX Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. I actually saw a couple of people do an ad with this again, and I went for the shade Taupe. I normally go for Ash Brown in NYX, but they didn't make an Ash Brown. And then I also have the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro Pen, and I've got the shade Soft Brown. It just looks like a felt tip kind of thing, but I wanted to try it because I love a brow pen. Using this to draw in some hairs on one eyebrow, and then on the other eyebrow I'll just try the NYX one first. This happens every time. The only brow pens that I can get to work and not get sort of like clogged up seems to be the NYX one, the ABH one. Basically the ones that have got like bristles instead of an actual felt tip. Those ones seem to work so much better, because even though this is working nicely, you would have to do this before your foundation because it's getting foundation on it, which is causing it to stop working. Let me just zoom you in. Like, it looks good so far, but because I've got like clearly a bit of foundation around my eyebrows, it's sort of picking up on that. And look, when I go to draw the end of my tail, just nothing is now coming out of it. But it looks really nice. Sorry, you can just hear James running a bath next door. Okay, so I do like it, but just do it before your foundation. So I'm trying the NYX Brow Gel, which, oh my god, that is a huge wand. Why do they make it so big? It's got loads of little fibres in it. Can you see? It's got a lot of fibres in it. And this is why I don't understand why brow products have such a big brush. Oh, I can sort of extend the tail of my brow just with the fibres in here. Oh my gosh, and it's really like sticking them down as well. Wow, it's definitely made my eyebrows look very thick and fluffy, but can you see like under here, I do have a little mole there, but I also got some eyebrow product there because the brush is so big. The formula is so nice. It's really like gripping onto my eyebrows. I keep having to sort of like squeeze it onto my hand and then dip the brush back in it almost. I do really like the brow product. I just don't like the brush very much. For my eyeshadow, I've got two palettes which are Revolution's collaboration with Nicolai. I hope I'm saying her name right. She is a makeup artist on Instagram and she is so talented. Okay, so her real name is Lena or Lena, but her username is Nicolai. So you can buy her whole collection in like a box. The packaging of these two little palettes looks so beautiful, but she's got a more colourful palette, which is called Celestial Dreams, which looks like this. And then she's also got a Sublime Paradise palette, which looks like this. It's like a neutrals palette. This looks really, really pretty. Oh, I just want to swatch that shade in the middle because it looks so sparkly. Ooh, it's got like little glitters in it. She did a look, I think using her palette, I'm assuming, which is sort of like a blue and brown look. She's got little gems on. It's kind of like Euphoria inspired. I want to do something kind of similar. Let me just put on a bit of primer. This is just the Revolution eye primer. I am about to go outside to walk Pinky. My neighbourhood is just gonna think I put some extra effort in today. I forgot that when the weather's nicer, everyone decides to cut their lawn. So I'm gonna start on the outer corners and I'm gonna take the more neutral palette and I'm gonna take the shade which is called Strength just on my outer corners. Ooh. I kind of also love the sound of cutting grass because it just gets me excited for summer and makes me think like, oh my god, summer's coming. Like weirdly, it's almost like a nostalgic noise of me being at home in the summer holidays and my mum in the garden cutting the grass. Okay, well that shade's pretty nice. Let's then take a bit of the slightly darker shade which is called Rise, also on the outer corner. So far, so good. These shades are really nice. Like, you could get such a beautiful little neutral look with this palette. So I'm just blending over those edges a little bit more. And then I'm just actually taking my brush with some of the primer left on it to just make sure that front is all smooth and add a bit more product on so that it's really sticky. Because these shades are quite pastel-y, I have a feeling they might need a sort of like stickier base. So I'm going to take the blue, which is called Cancer. That's it just by itself, like on my hand. So it is quite a pale sort of pastel colour. Let's now take the blue and just put it... Oh, wow, yeah, you see what I mean? Like the difference of putting down a base compared to it just being swatched on my hand. That is such a pretty sort of like periwinkle blue. Is this the colour? Is that periwinkle blue? Honestly though, I wasn't actually quite expecting it to be that pigmented, even with the sort of sticky base. I'm going to dip back into that blue shade and just try and blend out the edges a little bit and blend it into the brown colour, which seems to be working pretty nicely. Let me just dip back into the browns. Maybe like the warmer brown first. Yeah, see, without the sticky base, it just doesn't show up as much. Also, I feel like my face is starting to get oily already. And it's probably because I did like cover my whole face in that Revolution highlighter powder. She does have a black liner with Revolution, and I'm going to use that on my lash line, but I don't think I'll use that to do the like little drawing on bit. What I do have though are these liners from NYX. These are the Epic Wear liner sticks, and I've got the shade... Oh, this is an olive colour. I thought it was brown. All Time Olive. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. I cannot find it. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to take this Miss Sporty brown liner instead. Does Miss Sporty even exist anymore? Well, I messed that right up. Let's just take a little brush. I'm just taking a little brush and some of the brown from this palette. I did completely mess this up because the Miss Sporty liner was so thick. They are definitely not perfectly even. And I did mess it up slightly, but oh well. On my inner corners, I'm going to take this shade from the neutral palette. Let's just put that here. It's called Moonlight. Oh wow, that's really bright. And then I'm just going to put a little bit up here. Next, I'm taking the Lenka Lol and Revolution eyeliner. It's just a black liner. I did test this on my hand. It seems really black, but almost like too liquidy. But I'm a little bit worried that it might sort of smudge, but as in like bleed everywhere. But let's give it a try. Wow, it is very black. You definitely do have to be a little bit more careful with it because it is so liquidy. However, it didn't bleed, which is a big relief because I thought it might sort of go everywhere. But if you do have like an unsteady hand, you have to be very precise with this because like a lot of liquid comes out, if that makes sense. Also, my face is starting to get really oily. I mean, I've been filming for like 2 hours now, so I'm going to take the white NYX pen that I had. Liner stick, pencil. This one is in the shade... Pure White. I'm going to put this in my waterline. I had a little wheel of crystals, but I don't know where I've put them. I do have this tiny little like vial of gems, so I'm going to use these instead. I'm just going to stick these on with lash glue and a pencil. I'm going to stop recording because this is going to take me a while, but I'll be right back. You know what? I might just do like 3 underneath instead of like the whole way along. I don't know, we'll see. I did just decide to do it all the way along and I actually kind of love how that looks. For my mascara, I've got the Essence Double Trouble mascara, which I saw in Wilko and I thought, oh, the picture made it look really weird. Like it had 2 different, completely different sides to the brush, but it just looks like this. I think one side of the brush is plastic and the other is sort of like bristly. Let's try the bristly side first and then let's flip over to the plastic sort of side. Plastic side is so much better. They should have just done the whole wand like that. The annoying thing is though, the plasticky sort of side is a pretty half decent mascara. I just wish that the whole brush was like that. No! I'm gonna have to wait for that to fully dry before I try and wipe it off, so just bear with me a sec. Finally, for the lips, I got this, which is the L'Oreal Matte Lip Crayon. And I thought it looked really similar to the Maybelline ones that I love. It's supposed to be like a long wear lip crayon, I think. This is the shade 104 Très Sweet. Oh, okay. I thought it would be pointy, but oh my god. I think it actually said somewhere that it was caramel scented. Oh my god, that smells so nice. Which makes a nice change because normally L'Oreal lipsticks smell a bit like grandma's perfume. It does feel quite similar to the Maybelline ones. Yeah, you know what, it actually does feel really similar to the Maybelline ones. I really like this colour. It's very matte though. It's definitely not a hydrating one, but I think this goes really nicely with the eyes. Let's just see. There's a tiny bit of transfer. Let's give it like a minute or two to dry while I try and get this mark off my nose. Let's see. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, my skin is not looking the best. Let me just turn down the brightness even more. It's got a lot more sunny outside, but I don't know if you can see, like the texture around my pores, like all round here is sort of emphasized, but it's starting to get oily like around these areas. And then finally for gloss, oh wait, before I do the gloss, tiniest bit of transfer. Finally for gloss, I've got the Barry M Glazed Oil Infused Lip Gloss, and I've got the shade So Precious. It smells like strawberry sweets, and let's just put a bit of this over the top. It's definitely a little bit tinted, because it's just made it slightly darker. Ooh! Oh my goodness. That feels so nice. It's not sticky in the slightest. It just feels like a lip oil, which, I mean, it says it's an oil infused lip gloss. That's what it feels like. I really like that. Overall, I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. We had a few bumps in the road. The original cream blushes that I tried, like the Maybelline one, the Gosh one. I know the Gosh one was a highlighter, but even so, like, it was just so like oily feeling, and they just separated my makeup. They just were not for me. And then the Revolution Super Shimmery Powder Highlighter that I put under my eyes, which I still wish that I hadn't done. But this is how everything looks overall. I'm sorry, it's a little bit washed out because it's so sunny outside. Is that a little bit better? Hopefully. Right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If there are any other drugstore products that you want me to test, let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, it would mean so much if you gave this a thumbs up, and also subscribe to turn on my notifications if you watch my videos regularly, and then you can be here and see my videos all the time. Maybe you don't want that, but if you do, subscribe. I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.